What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Hitting the Field. I'm your host, Alex Funderburke, and man, it feels like it's been forever since I've seen y'all. We have a great show for you today. We're previewing the Final Four after a wild weekend of Sweet 16 and Elite 8 action. And we're also going to talk about the insanity that is the NFL offseason. Stay with us because Hitting the Field starts now.
Things gon' change when I really hit the field. Undefeated chance, man, you know what's the deal. Tryna find a kid, I'm in the field doing drills. Boy, you just a sucker, you ain't never keep it real. 3 rings in my hand, I'm a warrior to the max. When I hang it up, they gon' have to give me plaques. Step up in the building and I only bring the facts. When I make a highlight, they gon' replay, run it back, okay? Always locked in, I don't got time to lax. Saying he the best, he could take a lap. Batted 1,000 when you check the stats. Boy, is you ready? You ain't gotta ask.
We back, and I am now joined by Aaliyah and Grant to talk about a huge Final Four that is coming up in the men's tournament. We have Duke, Villanova, UNC, Kansas. They're all NOLA bound after their big weekends. Let's jump right into it. Aaliyah, how are you doing?
I'm doing great this morning. Excited to be here. Excited to talk about NCAA. Favorite time of the year. I'm ready to get started.
It's the absolute best. Grant, I know this is your favorite time of the year. How are you doing, dog?
I'm also doing amazing. The Final Four does not get any better than this. The national semifinals. It's one of my favorite sporting events, if not my favorite. Can't wait.
So let's jump right into the individual teams here. I mean, Duke as a 2 seed. I feel like a lot of people, including me, were sleeping on them coming into this tournament. I didn't feel like they had the talent to go far. And as a Duke fan, I'm obviously happy they're in the Final Four. But what's your takeaway with Duke so far this tournament?
Well, the thing with Duke, they're not an experienced team. We all know that. But they're very talented. And I think their talent is really coming into fruition now. I mean, they pretty much destroyed Cal State Fullerton. They ramhandled Michigan State.
Yep.
And then in the Sweet 16, they defeated Texas Tech. So they've beaten really good teams. And I just don't see them shying away anytime soon.
No.
Look, I hope so. And I mean, this Duke team, they're young, but they're good.
And like you said, like people slept on Duke, and I do believe that is true, especially with the last game with Arkansas. They did have 4 early turnovers, so that was kind of like a little like, oh my God, what is happening? You guys need to pull it together. But they ended up, after the end of that game, had 4 double-figure scores in that game, you know? So that was really monumental, and it's just like, all right, so we can kind of set up how Final Four is going to go based off of that, you know? Even with that minor setback, they came back in the end and had big scores, you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think what the coolest thing about this Final Four is we're getting Duke and UNC in March Madness for the first time ever. And, it's also Coach K's last Final Four. You cannot write a better script than this. I do want to talk about UNC. They ruined Coach K's party in his last home game. Do you think they can ruin his last Final Four, Grant?
They can if Armando Bacot dominates the glass. That's Duke.
Yeah.
For Duke, public enemy number 1 is Armando Bacot. If they can't take care of him, they could go UNC's way.
Yeah.
What do you think about UNC?
UNC, they really dismantled St. Petersburg. They really dominated, and and even throughout the tournament, they did dominate some big teams as well. So their performance is up there, and I would hate to see, they only played 2 games in the regular season. So, it's one-on-one. So right now, I feel like the game is in anybody's court right now. They have outstanding coaching and everything. So they really got to, I don't know, this one is a tough one for me.
It's tough because UNC is very good. They're deep too. I like that about them. Grant, I want to talk to you about Kansas. Kansas is a team I had going out in the round of 32 because I feel like Kansas is that team that always disappoints you.
And they do it pretty frequently.
Yeah, so the fact that they got this far is kind of surprising to me. Is this where their run ends, though?
No. Their run will end in the national championship game against Duke. I do think they get by Villanova. Without Justin Moore, Villanova, that's going to be tough for them. Kansas is super elite defensively. A 47-15 run the second half against Miami, that was incredible to see. They're a tough team right now. Kansas is not going to be an easy battle for Villanova. It's not.
For sure, and they're the only 1 seed left, Aaliyah.
Yeah,
I mean,
only one.
I feel like they're a 1 seed, but I think they're everyone's last pick to win the championship. I think most people are taking the other three teams instead of them.
Yeah, and piggybacking off of what Tyler said last episode, like he didn't expect Kansas to be #1 seed, like they are a spectacular team, but this tournament, they haven't really been as spectacular as they should be. So I really feel like they really was able to just manage to get the job done with these games. And so they are a great team, like you said, but is it good enough? They can make it to the final. I feel like they will make it to the championship.
Me too.
But I don't know. We'll see how that turns out. I don't think I'm going for Kansas to get to the championship, but we'll see. We'll see.
And the team that just seems like they always get to the Final Four no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
Villanova. They're a team that I had in my Final Four. They're always there, Grant. I mean, talk about the job Jay Wright has done. Just no matter who they have, they're in the Final Four.
Jay Wright, you can make the argument, is next in line to be the next greatest college coach right now, actively after Mike Krzyzewski. I mean, he is so consistent. He's been at Villanova since 2001. Could have honestly three-peated in the 2010s. I mean, 2017 they had that upset to Wisconsin, but again, they always seem to be in it. And it wouldn't shock me at all if they do cut down the nets on April 4th.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, it just seems like, you know what? Yeah, Villanova's in the Final Four. Like, yeah, they could win it again. Like, what does that say just to be that consistent, Aaliyah?
To be that consistent, especially with their defense being so strong and being able to slow down the ball, slow down the game, is really impressive. Like, they're really going to have to rely on those big men. They have a lot of big men. They have Gillespie. They have I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. So sorry. But yeah, they really have to rely on Samuels, Gillespie, and Daniels, especially with losing Justin Moore with the Achilles injury. And, even beating Houston, which they could be known as being like #1 offensively and defensively in the country. That was a very victory for them, a really great victory for them. So, that's my take on them. I really feel like they can put up in the championship game, and they will make it, and they're really going to give Duke a run for their money a little bit. That's my prediction.
So we'll get into like a deep dive into our predictions, but Grant, what do you think Kansas has to do to beat Villanova?
Contain Colin Gillespie. Colin Gillespie is the motor for Villanova offensively and defensively. They're already down Justin Moore, so that they're already down a guard. So if they can somehow control Colin Gillespie, which will be very tough to do, they can get through Villanova.
For sure. I agree with that. I think that injury does hurt them. But I'm still going to take Villanova. I think this is the time Kansas finally Kansases and is like, oh, yeah, they're done.
Yeah.
But also, they've proved me wrong every step of March Madness so far, so who knows? Aaliyah, Duke UNC.
Yeah.
What do you think Duke needs to do to win this game?
Man, I feel like Duke really has to, run their zone 6 and really tight down on that and defensively be aggressive. Stay aggressive, get your shooters out there and really, be on the ball. That's how I feel like they should be.
That zone that Duke runs came out of nowhere, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it got insane in March Madness, and I think that is what's going to get them past UNC is that zone. So my final, I think it's going to be Duke Villanova. I'm not going to say my winner just yet. Grant, who's in your final? Who wins? Why?
I think it's going to be Duke and Kansas. 73-69 by Duke by 4 points. I think Coach K, he's gotten this far. There's no reason why he can't win the title. This is his final run. His team is playing out of his mind right now. As you said, their zone is really, really suffocating. Arkansas definitely was overwhelmed by that. And offensively, they're knocking down threes. And in this tournament, that is key. Because if you can hit three-pointers in this tournament, you're destined to win.
For sure. And okay, Aaliyah, who's in your championship game? Who wins? Why do they win it?
All right, so I'm right with you on the Duke and Villanova being in the championship. I feel like Duke, they have a potential #1 draft pick.
Banchero, he's a
Banchero.
beast.
Yes, they also have Griffin, which is also a lottery. He's a sharpshooter, so that's going to be one for the books there. Villanova, they have a lot of veteran players on there as well, so they're going to be very skilled and very, knowledgeable of the game. And they're also 46% from the three-point line. So that's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be on the edge of your seats, I feel, but I do think Duke's going to come out on top. And on top of that, I really want to see Coach K win this and go out with a bang. I feel like he deserves it as a legend that he is. So I'm excited to see it.
For sure. And trust me, as a Duke fan, I would love nothing more than to see Coach K go out on top. But I'm going to pick Villanova, and I'm going to tell you why I'm going to pick Villanova. I'm not picking Villanova because I think Villanova's going to win. I don't want to jinx Duke. I have said all March Madness that I don't think Duke is going to win at all, and they've proved me wrong. So, Duke, please continue to prove me wrong. Go win this thing. I'm taking Villanova by 7 in the national championship game. Jay Wright is a model of consistency. What he's done at Villanova needs to be talked about a lot more because it feels like we only talk about Villanova come Final Four season.
But they are.
Every year.
They're great.
Like, every year. Outside of that 1 year against Wisconsin, it seems like they are at least in the Elite Eight. It's nuts. I don't understand how you can be that consistent in a tournament that sees St. Peter's make a run to the Elite Eight. But Grant, very quickly, what's your favorite moment so far in March Madness?
In this year's tournament, it's got to be St. Peter's.
Got to be.
I mean, a 15
Darn it, you
seed
took
reaching
mine.
the Elite Eight. Personally, I never thought it would happen. It happened. We did see a couple sweet 15 seeds in the past get to the Sweet 16, but honestly, yesterday before the North Carolina game, I thought they were going to win. I thought St. Peter's is going to the Final Four.
Yeah, no.
Really?
There was a moment in that Purdue game where I was like, yo, St. Peter's going to win it all.
And they're a 15 seed with a 16 seed resume.
Mm-hmm.
They were only like 19-11 going into the tournament. So it was great. What an amazing run.
For sure. And
Yeah.
I assume you're
that's
St. Peter's
mine.
too?
He
All
took it,
Hey,
yep.
go Peacocks, man. They were such a cool story.
Doug Etter.
Doug Etter, you just lost to Doug. But that's all we have for this segment. When we come back, we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about the craziness that is the NFL.
I'm going with Cowboys versus Giants. Why? Because I am a New York Giants fan and I want my first pick of the week to be my team. I see an upset for the New York Giants this Sunday. Bet your entire savings, and I'm telling you right now, they're gonna win. I don't care what you say. It's gonna happen.
I have to go with the Raiders, I think, for this one. I don't see them losing.
Welcome back. It is now time for our primetime picks of the week, the best segment. I'm currently doing awful, standing at 16-10, Oklahoma State and Texas. I'm going Texas 35-27.
All right, Jeff, don't tell me your winner, but who is going to the Super Bowl?
The New England Patriots
Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
God.
The
Oh
NFL is gonna
God.
the NFL is gonna make it happen.
Welcome back, everyone. And oh shoot, I'm sorry, Alex. That's
not-
my bad.
it's
Force
not-
of habit.
it's not your show this
My
time,
bad.
no.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. The NFL is going insane. Everybody is leaving their team, it seems like, and Tyreek Hill is a Dolphin because, of course, nothing makes sense. I'm here with Hannah Jo, Ray, and Gadiel to talk about it all. Since you stole my intro, Hannah, you're gonna go last. Ray, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm always loving to talk about some football.
For sure. And Gadiel, my favorite Patriots fan.
Yes, my Patriots. I am excited because their best offseason signing is a player who literally was retired. So we're doing fantastic. Obviously, that's everything you want to see as a Patriots fan.
And lastly, Hannah, I hope you're doing terrible.
Well, Russell Wilson is a Bronco, so I'm not. Thank you.
You did call that.
I did call that.
But I
multiple
want to
times.
jump into the most shocking thing I think so far one of the most shocking things this offseason. Tyreek Hill is a Dolphin. Gadiel, why, how, and why?
Okay, so this one you could just do a whole hour on, right? You can break down a ton of layers because it's, okay, how valuable is the wide receiver's position right now? Because the market has been reset completely. You see Devontae Adams moving, you see Tyreek Hill moving, you see players getting paid left and right. So how much are they supposed to get paid? How many picks are they worth? The Chiefs ultimately got 5 picks, first, second, 2 fourths, and a sixth. That's a good haul for any player in the NFL. Obviously, maybe a little bit more for a quarterback, but good haul. But the Chiefs, you're going to go ahead and let go of the single most important receiver. He might not be the best, but he's the single most important receiver in the NFL.
He's a game breaker.
He is the Chiefs' explosiveness. And now it's gone. So I don't know what exactly their plan is to replace him, but I'm excited to see how they figure it out.
And I feel like if anyone can figure it out, it's Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
Like I believe in those guys a lot. But Ray, what was your first thought when you saw, Tyreek Hill's going to the Dolphins?
The Dolphins are still going to be the same Dolphins.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Cheetahs, and oh my God, who's going to take over the Chiefs in the AFC West? Because it's like the Wild Wild West over there.
It is
for
the
sure.
Wild Wild
Hannah,
West.
what were you thinking when you saw this? I'm sure you were thrilled that Tyreek Hill is now out of your Broncos
The Broncos
division.
agenda is
Well,
strong.
yes, but I mean, I was a Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes dynamic duo fan, so that was a little bit sad to see go, of course. And I feel like the question of Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins has a lot of questions actually hidden in it. One of which is, what are the Chiefs doing?
Yep.
Second of which is Tua really that guy?
We're going to find out.
We're going to find out because, and is Tyreek the kind of guy that can work with someone who's not Patrick Mahomes? And of course, we're going to really see this. And go ahead, Gary. What?
I mean, he did take renowned game manager Alex Smith and turned him. Tyreek Hill himself was what made Alex Smith into a borderline MVP candidate.
Yep.
Like, I'm just saying, the talent that is Tyreek Hill, that changes a quarterback. I don't think it's that the quarterback is going to change the receiver.
Totally. But I feel like, there's no reason for Tua to lack now.
Oh, for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Pressure
So we're
is on.
going to find out if he's the guy.
So now, Hannah, I'm going to come back to you.
Okay.
As currently constructed,
As currently constructed.
not including whoever they draft,
Okay.
are the Dolphins good, and what is their ceiling?
There is no question that the Dolphins are elevated a little bit by Tyreek Hill's presence. No one's going to deny that. Do I agree with Ray and say they're the same old Dolphins? I actually do.
Let's go.
I feel like they're going to have time to rebuild, and it's going to be great. And Tyreek Hill is, they've been rebuilding since I was born, since we were all born.
They haven't gotten over John Marino.
Exactly. No, and I just think Tyreek Hill is not the person that can completely turn that around for them. And we thought maybe a few years ago that Tua was, and we're going to find out if he is and if the combination is going to work out. I think they'll do a little bit better than they did last year, and that's my final answer.
So we know Ray thinks they're the same old Dolphins. Gadiel, your team's in their division. What is the Dolphins' ceiling, do you think?
The Dolphins beat the Patriots
The ceiling,
last year.
don't get me wrong. The Dolphins are a better team than the Patriots is currently constructed right now. We don't need to debate that. I think their ceiling, in terms of if everything goes right, I think they win the division. The Buffalo Bills are a great team. I'm not saying they're going to win the division, but there is a scenario, Doctor Strange, there's only one possibility. There is one possible scenario where the Dolphins have the most explosive offense in football because they have Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert, Mike Gesicki. It's almost a foolproof plan for Tua. Like, the only way that Tua can boggle this is if he's just not going to be a quarterback in the NFL
If he's not that guy,
next year.
yes.
But it is possible. I mean, what Mike McDaniel is trying to build is San Francisco East.
That's really
He
interesting.
has the explosive playmakers. He's paying the offensive
But
line.
does he have Jimmy G?
Is Jimmy G any better than Tua? I
No,
think
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
they're exactly the same.
Is Tua going to be Jimmy G?
So no, I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You've seen the 49ers
Correct.
make it really far.
True.
I think they could win the division and then flame out against the better teams in the AFC. But I think this offense is being slept on. Like, there are so many things that they are doing correctly. I'm not going to undersell the Dolphins. They have a really, really talented offense.
I think it comes down to, can Tua complete the deep ball? He was the most accurate quarterback within 10 yards, and then I think was the least accurate quarterback beyond 10 yards. So if Tua can hit a deep ball, you don't even have to do it consistently, but do it enough to where they have to respect them and play too high. Because if you can get Tyreek Hill going on some crosser routes,
You're good.
It's over.
they're going to be really good.
With Jalen Waddle under?
Yep. They're
That's
gonna be
very
really
true.
good. Now, I want to switch to the Chiefs now because the AFC West is stacked. Like, it is going to be very hard for any team to win that division. It is going, like, every Monday Night Football, every Sunday Night Football should just be an AFC West team.
Honestly.
Because, my God, they are stacked. So, where do you think the Chiefs fit in all of this after losing Tyreek Hill, Ray?
I think initially I thought they were still going to be the top team in the AFC West. But after the Devontae Adams went to the Raiders, I'm picking the Raiders to win the division. Because not just losing Tyreek Hill, but the Raiders gaining Devontae Adams, I feel like that puts them over the Chiefs. They were only 2 games behind them.
Yeah,
The Raiders
that's
have Derek
valid.
Carr. I'm taking Actually, I'm not going to give my opinion yet. Hannah, you're a Broncos fan.
Do I think the Broncos can win this division?
I want to hear
That's
this.
what I'm asking.
No,
Okay, good.
Okay.
I don't. I do think that we will end our playoff drought. I think we could get there, but I don't think that we're there yet. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's what I think.
Gadiel, where do the Chiefs fit in this division now?
Like, I think the best team in the division right now is the Chargers.
Thank you.
But
Justin
I like what Ray
Herbert.
said. I said last time I was on here, I think the Las Vegas Raiders are being slept on.
Thank you.
That offense is perfectly built. They have no holes. None. You could say Derek Carr is a hole, but it's really not a hole.
I don't think he is.
He's still a borderline Pro Bowl caliber
Yes.
quarterback. He's just not a superstar.
Yes.
Like, he's in that Matthew Stafford-ish tier,
Yeah, now he
which
gets the best receiver.
is good enough. You get him some elite weapons, I think he can actually make some stuff
Matt
shake.
Stafford just won a Super Bowl.
Look what kind of weapons he was working with. I mean, when you have the greatest receiver season of all time, it makes a difference.
I think you could put Derek Carr on that Rams team last year. I don't think they.
Oh no! I mean, Matthew Stafford's a better
That's a
fit
hot
for
take.
them.
I don't think that's a hot take. I don't
I think
believe in
Stafford's
Derek Carr
better,
at all.
but it's like similar in terms of like where they've been throughout their careers.
Derek Carr to me is like the worst best quarterback.
I think Derek
That was
Carr.
Matt Stafford to me until last year.
Derek Carr and Devontae Adams need to like go on a few dates.
I mean, they went to college together.
Get
They were college
their
teammates at Fresno
relationship
State.
going that Aaron and Devontae had, and then I think they'll be unstoppable. I really
Poor
do.
Aaron Rodgers, man. I never thought I would say those words, but poor Aaron Rodgers.
The breakup
Like-
he's going through right now.
You just signed your contract, and then the one reason you really wanted to stay
Apparently
just
he
got shipped
knew.
out.
Yeah, he claims
Apparently
he
he knew.
That offense has been immunized, that's for sure. Like they're
got money.
Someone said that Devontae Adams was like a brother to Aaron Rodgers, so it makes sense why they got rid of him.
Oh my God.
So, yeah.
And there we go.
I also agree that the Chargers are the best team in that division. Justin Herbert, this is your time.
He's the guy.
You have no excuse no more. You have Khalil Mack. Go win the division. You have a stacked offense. You have a stacked defense. Go
He's
win the
the
division.
guy. He's the guy.
But quickly, guys, most shocking move. I'm gonna start with you, and we're just gonna work our way down.
Okay.
Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill getting traded. That's pretty much two generational talents at the wide receiver position. Those don't get moved often. Unbelievable to see them both traded and to see what they went for. The market isn't that crazy. I wouldn't be shocked if more wide receivers started getting traded because the amount that they're getting paid and the amount that you can get back, it makes a lot of sense for these teams that have, let's say, like a DK Metcalf or Deontay Johnson, AJ Brown. If you don't think you're going to win a Super Bowl with these guys, let's see if we can get the next one because that's what the market's at right now.
Hannah?
I'm going with another wide receiver. Very surprising to me that Christian Kirk is going to the Jaguars.
For the bag he got. Oh my God.
And that's the thing, like you're talking about, this market is ridiculous right now, and that's part of it. I mean, a possibility of getting $84 million over 4 years for Christian Kirk, who's not even an elite receiver. He never has been.
Has he had a 1,000-yard season before?
No.
No, he hasn't caught 8 touchdowns. Anyway. So, and he's 25. I get the hope. He's got a lot ahead of him, and, putting faith in him is good. But to not even be sure if he'll be a fit for Trevor Lawrence?
Urban Meyer definitely, he's still there in spirit.
His ghost still looms over that front office for sure. I can't believe that. I hope it works out for him. I mean, he's going to have to play like a Pro Bowler to be worth that kind of money, and I don't know if he has that.
Right?
Yeah, for me, nothing tops Russell Wilson going to the Broncos. Like, whenever an elite quarterback switches teams, it completely restructures the power balance of the league. And especially in a division as stacked as the West, it just makes it even that much more interesting to watch.
For sure. And mine, very quickly, Browns, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Like, you can't trade. I get it. I also think you should move on from Baker Mayfield. I think he is a garbage
not
can.
to Deshaun Watson.
Don't trade for the dude with 23 sexual assault cases against him right now. I get it. He is a great football player, but some things are bigger than football.
And this definitely is.
This is bigger than football. I don't care if it was just one. You can't do that. And you can't give him the largest guaranteed contract ever. Sorry, you just can't do that. But that is all the time we have for this segment. When I come back, I have a special fun announcement. So stick with us. Oh, it keeps coming back. We're going to need to go away.
Welcome to the HTF Hot Wings Challenge. One of you guys actually do hot sauce like regularly?
No. It's like the least black thing I do.
Oh, wow, okay.
I say Johnny goes first on this one.
I agree.
No, the Buccaneers are going to play the Washington football team.
That can't happen.
It will happen.
I'm terrified.
No, I really hate it.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. No. You're wrong. If it wasn't for Kanye jumping up on stage and doing the I'm gonna let you finish, but no one would know what this with.
Nitros, dump truck. And if you don't know what I'm talking about,
Why's Nitro thick?
I don't know how many squats I need to do to get up like something like that, but I will do it.
Oh! Oh my God!
Baseball, obvious reasons. Babe Ruth, if you want to go currently. I feel like that's just like a thing.
he jumped off the wall to catch the home run. We made it through all the way to the end. Thank you for joining us.
I'm never doing this again.
This was a great show. Thank you everyone for coming on. As you know, I'm graduating this May, which is why Hannah Jo has been hosting every couple weeks and doing a great job. As she's been getting reps, I've been figuring out what I'm doing with my life. Family, friends, and colleagues have all been asking me, what are you doing after graduation? So I decided, let's use the rant to let the world know, because this is way easier than typing something on my notes app. So here we go. UCF has given me the best 4 years of my life. I met my girlfriend here, my little sisters go here. I interned with the best bosses ever, and I've made some of my best friends right here in this program. It wasn't a secret that I wanted to stay at UCF and continue my time here. But unfortunately, UCF's grad school, the very place I'm sitting in right now, did not have that same plan for me. As bummed as I was, I realized I didn't work my butt off for the last 4 years for nothing. The hard work opened a new path for me. I have accepted a position to be a graduate assistant sports information director at VCU, where I will get my master's degree in sports leadership. VCU has one of the best sports master's programs in the country, and I am super excited to move up to Richmond, Virginia this summer and get to work with an amazing group of people that I had a great time with this past weekend. I want to thank my family, my girlfriend Nadia, for supporting me through this move, as well as Megan, Colin, Dan, Kenny, Callie, Sean, and Aaron for offering me so much advice and teaching me everything I know about being a great SID. I've learned from the best. Lastly, to the people here in this studio who have been riding with me for the last 2 years. What we've built here is something special, and I cannot wait to help build it up even more before I leave. To Rams fans, if you see this, somehow, I am excited to learn about your teams and working alongside your athletes to help tell their stories. Hit me up. Tell me what I should know about VCU. I am pumped about this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm really excited about VCU and really excited to finish up here at UCF. This place will always and forever be my first home. It has seen me grow up. I've been coming to this campus since I was 14. I hope to be back here in the future working with our wonderful athletic department. But for now, that's our show. I'll see you next week. Enjoy the Final Four. Peace.
Things gon' change when I really hit the field. Undefeated chance, man, you know what's the deal. Tryna find a kid, I'm in the field doing drills. Boy, you just a sucker, you ain't never keep it real. 3 rings in my hand, I'm a warrior to the max. When I hang it up, they gon' have to give me plaques. Step up in the building and I only bring the facts. When I make a highlight, they gon' replay, run it back, okay? Always locked in, I don't got time to lax.